This is a Quantitative Commons example video using health data. The use case is this. We've got data on some health indicators and on vaccination coverage by country, and we would like to know how vaccination affects life expectancy. We will start by opening Quantitative Commons and dropping the Excel file where the data lives into our data view. Before starting to cleanse the data, we will create a repeatable workflow. The blue almost equal to symbol on the left means the data will be recognized and associated with our new workflow upon the next load. We have some missing data in some of the columns. Let's start by fixing that. There are a lot of options regarding how to replace missing values, but for this example we will simply use the median value of the column. This will be repeated for some more columns. Let's skip over that. Next, we want to use the country region value as an explanatory variable. Since it is a string, we will use the variable to dummy tool to create a new column for each value and populate the new columns with values 0 or 1. We can then remove the region column and make the data type of the new columns numeric. Let's fast forward over that. Now we have data for the life expectancy of males and females respectively, but we don't have a number for the population as a whole. To calculate that, we first need to work out the proportion of males and females. Let's make a snapshot of our data and call it health. We can then drop another dataset with some demographic data in our dataset view. In the new set, we remove columns we don't need and create new columns for the fractions of males and females in the population. For the actual calculation we will use the algebra tool. This tool allows for basically any algebraic expression, using the column names as variables. Let's cast the new columns to floating point numbers and remove what we don't need anymore. Next, we have to join our two datasets. That's a simple drag and drop operation. In our join set, we can now create a column for total life expectancy. To calculate it, we will use the algebra tool again. Then we fix the data type of the new column and lose the ones we no longer need. With that, we're done with the cleansing. Let's stop recording and do a bit of inspection of our data. The Describe tool gives us some descriptive statistics. If you're into Python, you may recognize it from the pandas dataframe method. To get some idea of which variables may correlate with our calculated total life expectancy, we can use the variable selection tool. Let's first remove the remaining string column. There are several selection methods, but let's stick with the simplest method for now. Okay, From this we may hypothesize that vaccination for measles and the percentage skilled personnel could be candidates for variables affecting total life expectancy. Let's load our health data again. Quantitative Commons will recognize it and suggest running the cleansing workflow that we created. Let us create a workflow for testing our new hypothesis. This one we will only run manually, so we turn off the recognition. Let's start by using the Remove Outliers tool on the life expectancy column. Then we select the Multiple Regression tool to perform our test. And we have a result. Let us repeat the whole process. The final step is to export the workflows and send them to our colleagues around the world who is working on similar problems. Maybe we will get a workflow covering a counter-hypothesis back to run against our data. That concludes our example. Thank you for watching.